So last week, a secret event that was hosted by Peter Thiel called Dialog, no UE.
Yeah.
It's just like dialogue.
Like having a dialogue, but without any of it.
A private invitation-only organization co-founded in 2006 by Peter Thiel was leaked. So it is like an anonymous event. I guess it's been like kind of known about. There have been like here and there little moments of it, but it's off the record. They don't release a list. They don't tell people where it is. They don't do photos. Like it's very much exactly what every conspiracy theorist who thinks lizard people are real was worried is happening. And I guess the problem is it is happening. For me, everything I know is based on Veep.
Yeah, so I expected this.
Because in Veep, there's that like famous, they're like Rick Rubin character who picks the next Democratic nominee, has like a big weekend at his country house in the mountains where he like picks who he wants to be president next. And I have always known that there's these like giant events. I mean, I think Davos is now like the joke one because if you know about it, it's a joke.
Yeah.
I know. I just feel like there's always these like weekends away. We just saw the photo from the one. What were we talking about last week?
Oh, the Jeffrey Katzenberg one?
Yeah, where he was like, it's like Disney and AI drones. What Mickey thinks about genocide. He likes it. And it's like with special musical guest Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
And then like sandwiches.
Sandwiches with like your family in them. Would you eat your family?
Yeah, Oprah's there talking to Benjamin Netanyahu and they're talking to Gwyneth Paltrow's COO of Goop.
Some of the leaked discussion groups from this Peter Thiel convention are money, parentheses, does, question mark, buy happiness, navigating World War III, battlefield technologies, how's your sex life? It feels comical.
So the thing is, this has been a secret. I guess like here or there, people have known about it. Somebody once posted that they got invited and that was $60,000 to go.
Which almost feels ridiculous to me because I feel like of the caliber of people being invited to this and going to this, $16,000 feels like a subway entry.
But I think they do what we do, which is like, you have to reserve the room.
Yeah.
A Swiss hacktivist, Maya Arson Crime W, who's known for exposing the U.S. government's no-fly list and the surveillance camera company Verkada, came out with this list, but she herself got it from a tip, like an anonymous tipster. So we're not 100% sure who went and got it. But the names have been revealed, and they are some obvious and some shocking. There's like obvious people on the list, like Peter Attia, doctor to the pedophile stars. We've got Elon Musk. We've got Lucas Zelnick's dad, Strauss Zelnick, chairman and CEO of Take-Two Interactive Software. He does like GTA. We've got private equity guys. We've got Peter Thiel himself. We've got Lawrence Summers from Harvard. We've got, I don't know, you got your typical head of YouTube, head of Stanford, head of OpenAI, Jason Kwan, Minister of Japan Defense. I don't know, there's just a lot of people who make weaponry, a lot of people who make billions of dollars, a lot of people who make AI stuff. They're all here. But then there's some like people you might have not expected. Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, he's someone who has for a long time been like kind of at the forefront of trying to figure out the tech space. I would consider him an Ashton Kutcher type, someone who's like...
you know what his real deal is?
What?
He's married to a woman who is probably so evil.
Oh.
So that's why he's there. He's like, I guess, her little like stand-in.
Interesting. Well, who's she?
Well, exactly. And can I tell you? Nobody fucking knows. So her name is Tasha McCauley, and she had a robotics company under NASA, but she was like there for less than a year. And then she was on the board of OpenAI, but less for a year. She is every year on the board of a different huge company, but it is impossible to tell what her actual duties are, what it is that she does for these companies. Her LinkedIn has been like taken off the web and then was put back, and she was going by Tasha M. She is somebody who keeps a very low profile. She's part of right now a group called Effective Altruism Committee. She's on a defense think tank right now, like what they call it, the most prominent defense think tank, but I'm not sure what it is and what they think about. She is somebody who is just like on boards of stuff all the time, and nobody's quite sure what she does. If you look at the internet, people have searched to try to figure out what it is she does. All they can figure out is that she has hundreds of millions of liquid assets, meaning like just like cash in the bank, that she's a part of every major tech company, but it is not clear what her role is in any of them.
Okay.
When she first married Joseph Gordon-Levitt, there was like this whole feminist thing of being like, PhD of robotics CEO woman, Tasha McCauley marries boy toy Joseph Gordon-Levitt. But like even that company, she was only there for like 9 months. And then she's always just going from board to board to board. She is like the Hugh Grant in the movie 2 Weeks Notice, where I think he might just be like the handsome face for this like evil billionaire lady.
But can I say he has had a bunch of like tech companies where he's tried to marry like tech and production as well. So I see how he's an arm of her operation. Yes. But I do think that
he's bought in. He's not like clean. But I think like she's the brains behind the operation and nobody can tell what the operation is, which is so scary. People online were speculating that she was a Fed plant. I don't even know what that would mean. I don't know if that means she's a plant for the Fed or a plant against the Fed.
A plant against the Fed. We'll keep our most evil girl moving through all these different boards. No,
but like, I don't know if she's the person, like the way that you were talking last week about Gwyneth Paltrow's friend who like worked in the government and now can just cut through the bullshit. I think that could be what they mean by Fed plant. Like she's the person that you hire as a consultant.
Like she used to be a Fed and so now she knows all of the ins and outs of how to do illegal stuff in the most legal way possible. Or like in a way where they can't catch you.
She has all the phone numbers where she can call up and say, hey, my buddy's trying to drone a country because we really want copper. Is that cool? And then go, yeah, we'll make it work. Okay. And she goes, I could give you equity. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but people who have worked hard to sleuth this shit cannot figure out what she's doing.
Oh, Jared Kushner. That's a to be expected in the room.
That's a to be expected. Cory Booker.
Okay. I guess he's someone I've come to expect in the room. He's not someone you want to see there.
So I had heard he is like a diehard AIPAC guy, and he hasn't even accepted that much money, but I think it goes deeper than like a little donation to
No, it's not about the money. It's what he believes in.
And it's like he's part of this club. So he has been secretly hanging out with the richest, most evil. And like he's there with other Republicans. Ted Cruz is there, of course. Julian Castro. So he's like a noted Dem. So there's like a bunch of noted Dems. Also of interest would be Ezra Klein. The guy who fucking sucks, and we all saw that coming. Brett Stevens, which is like, duh.
Sophia Bush was there, and she's released a statement since.
How did she explain herself?
So she and Joseph Gordon-Levitt have actually shared fairly similar statements in sentiment. She said, I go to a lot of conferences and have for close to 20 years. Last year and the year before, I accepted nearly every invitation I received to discuss Another Body, the documentary that Nia and I executive produced that explains and demands action be taken against AI deepfake abuse, and the Defiance Act, legislation I've championed for years to help hold criminals accountable and protect women and girls, 97% of the victims of deepfake abuse. You can imagine my surprise to learn the conference I was invited to as a guest, who could counter the It's All Progress narrative of the seeming runaway AI race, was founded by someone you could not pay me to be in a room with, let alone charge me money to be in a room with. To be clear, the individual was not present and was never brought up during my experience there at all, and I've since learned has not been involved whatsoever in approximately 15 years. So Sophia Bush is claiming Peter Thiel is not involved in the Dialog Society conferences.
He founded it.
He founded it, and he does not go. My values are very clear and consistent. I work to protect families by defending democratic institutions and safeguarding basic human rights. I did find the conference weekend valuable. In the same way, I find it valuable to me and important to engage with people who see the world differently than I do, in addition to doing the work alongside like-minded allies. It's why I meet with both Democratic and Republican congressional leaders when I campaign on Capitol Hill. I watch diverse perspectives be heard and considered around tables. I do wish I would have researched the event beforehand, but even if I had, I probably still would have gone, because I firmly believe that having women standing up for women and ringing alarm bells about our common and dangerous experiences with emerging technology in rooms like these are of paramount importance. I want to ensure that people are made to have that conversation. I want them to see us and demand that they protect us. By the time I left the event early and had to fly to North Carolina for another, I felt like I'd been heard and I felt like I'd been listened to. I'm proud of who I am in any room where I'm advocating, and I'm proud of the values that I brought to those conference rooms and conversations I had while there, and I feel the same about any other artists and activists I attended with.
Interesting.
The thing is, listen, I don't know that I necessarily believe her or Joseph Gordon-Levitt has released a similar statement, but I also hesitate. Obviously, these are supervillain conventions, but if you are invited to one, should you go?
Can I say, I think you can go with the express purpose of like shedding light, but the idea that she went and like it didn't come from her. Like she got caught going and then later found out it was bad, she claims. But I do think if you go, you're not changing these people's minds.
Right.
And if anything, you're becoming a weapon of their arsenal.
Right.
Sophia Bush's plea to stop AI deepfake porn for women is not more important to these people than running the world. Elon Musk runs Grok, and he has not stopped it from like making porn or child porn.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like Scooter Braun was there, like the co-founder and president of OpenAI is there. I don't know. Is he going to stop poisoning the waters of where all the data centers are? Like, I don't know. These people have a lot of power. They have had a lot of power this whole time. They do not seem to be bending towards justice. Scott Belsky was there, partner of A24 Films. Nobody will buy the OpenAI Sam Altman movie. That's like the big thing that came out. Luca Guadagnino did an OpenAI movie about Sam Altman starring.
And no one wants it because they don't want to piss off OpenAI.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but if you are an actor who goes to this event, meets the OpenAI president, now you guys have a thing, he has more power over stopping you from acting in that movie that's going to like upset people about Sam Altman than you have in promoting the movie. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're not there to shed light to the public on what they're doing in there, you're not changing their opinion. And it's, I don't know if she's just like naive about that.
And listen, I don't want to be too on Sophia Bush's side because we just said there are many of these events, right? And like, did it not occur to her that this is like she should be talking about all of them? You know what I mean? Like, I know that it came out because it was unveiled. But if she's going to conferences, if people are going to conferences all the time, like, do you post about all of them?
I guess
you
when
know?
she says, though, like, you couldn't have paid me to be in a room with that man talking about Peter Thiel. I'm like, okay, which of these other guys?
Exactly. No, that is
like, which of the, like, oh, but you loved being in a room with Peter Attia, who was literally Epstein's doctor for his sex trafficked girls.
exactly. Like, was Brett Stevens there? How do you feel about that? And when she goes, well, I meet with Republican and Democratic politicians.
I mean, Brett
or
Stevens
whatever.
is like the least of them. At least he puts his name on his things. Like, I mean, these are people from the government who like make decisions to allow these people to take over. I don't know. It's just like crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that I agree with. I guess I just wonder. I feel like the question kind of is, what do we do about like the meeting of evil minds? I guess I don't think anyone there is changing minds, but I believe some people there think they were.
Yeah, but I guess I do think the best thing we can do is like say, okay, Cory Booker is a compromised politician. We've always known it. And it's like, what's the final nail in the coffin? Like, I do think the people that we do have power over, which is elected officials who are elected by people with hopes that they like can be stalwart against moneyed interests, they can be changed over to somebody more reliable.
Yeah. And I think like obviously no one who was there should be voted for.
Like, hopefully it sheds light to people that when you have someone like Josh Shapiro from Pennsylvania saying, no, it's great to have data centers in our state. And you're saying, how is this happening even though everyone in the community is coming out against it? How is it happening even though we're voting against it? Like, this is how it happened. They met at a conference where he like met the head of the thing and they were in Dublin and they golfed and they had fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then laws were changed on behalf of that one billionaire. And I do think like the more that people realize the rubbing of elbows and how in bed with each other these people are, the easier it'll be able to see when like they're lying to you or that they can lie to you.
Yeah.
The masks off of the Democratic Party. Like, this is why the Democratic Party is dying, because functionally there is no difference.
Right. Yeah. They're at these conferences thinking that they can get a piece of like the billions.
When you see Ezra Klein saying, well, the Democrats can win if they just give up abortion rights and trans rights and protecting Black people and protecting immigrants and protecting Hispanic people. You go, what has this guy got left to live for? And you go, oh, it's his own rights. And he's at these events with people who feel that way. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not good for journalists to be hobnobbing with the people they're supposed to be taking to task in secret, fancy resorts. Like, who is paying Ezra Klein's $16K entry fee? It's not the New York Times. They definitely are not paying for him to go to this secret event, right?
Because if they were, he'd be reporting on it. And I don't think we've seen a report.
Yeah, and as the Wired article said, none of these people used like their government things or like I don't know. This was clearly
the CEO of The Atlantic, Nick Thompson, was there.
I think something really interesting too from the Wired article is how much this is about the future of AI. And they have all of these people's answers to these like survey questions about who you are, where you think we're going with it.
Yeah, this part was really interesting. What ties the roster together more than any title or office is a shared preoccupation with artificial intelligence, longevity, and the near future. Asked on a sign-up form to predict the future, registrants returned again and again to the same theme. AI will reorder work, war, education, and belief within a few years.
Several foresee mass labor displacement and a swing back toward unions and government programs. Others predict an AI winter, domestic terrorism targeting data centers, criminal defendants choosing AI lawyers over public defenders, or religious revival. Social degeneration, predicted one person, will continue to accelerate. So these are the people that are also going to make the most money off of AI. And even they, in their honesty, are like, yeah, I don't think it's good.
Yeah.
And then they're going to the government and saying, we don't think that this is good for people, but I think I can make $1 billion off of it. And then the government is allowing them to go forth.
Yes. And it really begs the question, why do we have a government?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can be here in secret and say you're on the side of good. And maybe Sophia Bush is that naive. It makes me sad for women if like our bravest soldier out there going to all these conferences is so naive as to think that in the quiet of a room, she has power to convince these men who are like facilitating revenge AI porn that she can change their minds. I'm like, I guess we need somebody stronger out there.
Because I don't think the naivete is a good thing, but I do wonder, is everyone there the purest form of evil, or are some of them just stupid?
I guess I don't think you get invited if you're just stupid. I guess I think if they're only inviting like the most important, powerful, billionaire, connected, she's like the one pretty girl in the room. I guess they picked her because she's dumb. And if she's that dumb, then I guess I don't think she's helping women either.
Yeah.
And this is not just a shit on Sophia Bush. I mean, I am like, Cory Booker needed to be kicked out of office years ago. We've been against Ezra Klein forever. Brett Stevens is a dingbat.
Scooty Braun was there. If you guys have been to the meeting, let us know how it was.
Yeah, we'll hear about it from you. We don't think you're evil. Come on the pod.